As we speak, everything is beginning to awaken, but today is the night when XRP really awakens. Let's discuss it. Which ones will reach a new all-time high next week, according to Cointelegraph? Will it be XRP, Ethereum, or Bitcoin? Who might it be? 1, 2, 3. Many people are speculating and placing bets. Hey, that might be XRP. Why? Because the third daily closing above the all-time high for XRP just happened on the daily chart for XRP, and it's right around or close to us people from BC. What is the prior all-time high that we see here? All right, and notice how frequently it remains over the subfold, guys. Many right daily closes are truly crazy. You are aware of its strength. Do you comprehend it? Allow me to demonstrate XRP's strength for you right now. You guys don't understand, so I'm going to show you because I'm rather certain that no one does. During the last two local consolidation rounds involving XRP, when additional P increased from 50 cents to $3, it returned to hold the earlier opposition served as support. What is the current state of XRP? It isn't succeeding. In fact, it is far more robust than it was throughout this most recent run, just as XRP is about to decline. But Tesla's is not. In fact, it is holding above this area. I'm assuming that's madness because of the money factor. Given the increased timelines, a significant amount of money is still flowing into XRP and is unlikely to be released in the upcoming weeks or months. All right? You might as well put your all into it, as we have stated. You know, I'm serious. Since we haven't yet observed any divergences, bearish divergences on the higher time frames, it isn't amusing to offer recommendations. All right? Not even a single thing has been verified. I informed you that Donald is not offering financial advice if we continue to rise. Round 2 is the start of round 2, and round 1 is right here. That concludes cycle 1. Cycle 2 is just getting started, and people are claiming things like, hey, maybe it's from Crypto XRP coiling up. The individual making these claims, incidentally, has made $2.5 million in a single trade of longing XRP at 2. Yes, we brought it into late hours when he responded for so long. Therefore, anyone else may have followed suit. Of course, no one knew about financial advice at the time, but it breached that resistance line at that moment. That's why he entered correctly. And yes, it is crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm pleased for him since he has such crazy qualities, and that trade will even go through eventually. What will happen tonight? It's more explosive, which is why we haven't even bottomed off. Indeed, there are 2 weekly closings. I do the candle shuts twice a week. What more might possibly cause the weekly candle closes to be above? Guys, above $3.06 and above what? The body candle will be above the previous obstacle, $2.85. All right, once more, the gates of heaven will formally open tonight. What does extra VOD mean? What does that signify? Whoa, what will happen when the gates of heaven open, officially open as soon as we are strong enough to force it open? What does that signify? It signifies that we ascend into paradise. When everything becomes so ecstatic, that's what it signifies. Does it mean anything else? Well, now that we know, let's connect it to the cryptocurrency. The terms used in crypto, essentially, the bots tonight, the buy bots will be turned on. They turn the switch to the bots buying just in the upcoming weeks to months. All right, till the divergences in the upper time frame are verified. We're still a long way from reaching that point. Together, the bots are now responding with yes, yes, or more specifically, buy, 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 correct? Not yet, but until specific terms are decided upon for the boss to change sides. All right, everyone, tonight marks the official opening of the heavenly gates. Yes, it looks like things are going to get really crazy here. I will thus undoubtedly get ready. Considering that our cipher is still coiling up, we are now expecting this to reject. Do we believe that? Now, let us examine the shorter time frames. What do we observe here in essence? Guys, it's very easy. Observe what XRP is making. Yes, exactly the same thing given that Ethereum XRP is right here. XRP may be falling behind it. Right over here is Ethereum. Guys, Ethereum was in the exact same thing. This is where XRP is falling behind. XRP ought to be around $3.80 at this moment. Although it is sluggish, we'll see what transpires. Looks once more appears to be really optimistic, but Justin. In market capitalization, XRP surpasses Uber, correct? Uber is currently valued at, therefore, $209 billion gets us to just above Shell on the McDonald's people, will be the main corporation we're going to eat next, right? Not to make a joke, but yes, when everyone else is doing great. When we flip the titans of traditional finance or the traditional system, should we say already broken, other cryptocurrency men are flipping each other, which is adorable. It appears that XRP recently surpassed 3.5 on CIFs. Basically, there's a bunch of buys going on, as you can see from the ballistic fiat leak that was occurring right here. I suppose Twitter should try to repair this. Let's do a real-time inspection. The situation seems to be spiraling out of control. All right, so this is it. Let's check to see if it loads. All right, let's see who is purchasing here and where the United States of America is the source of all this volume and trades. Yes, take a look at Korea as well, don't you? Despite the fact that South Korea is playing a lot right now, I have seen a lot of Korea. The majors are America, Korea, Europe, and other regions of the world, but these three seem to be the most important in America. The big three are Europe, South Korea, and South Korea. Even a little bit of Japan? That's crazy. However, it's strange when we bring up the South Korean market again, isn't it? I take it that the Koreans are hoarding XRP like crazy people? Upbit XRP Ledger Exchange Reserve. What is seen here? This purple line represents the exchange reserve, or XRP. Hold. Earlier, they had the capacity to hold 6 billion. They currently have roughly 5.88 billion XRP left. Whoa, that's a lot of XRP. Is that even true? That's crazy. That is insane. That is insane. Correct? But once more, retail guys are consuming it. On that exchange, the XRP. However, Korea only mentioned XRP. Over the last day, 494 million upbits were transacted. Everything is essentially being consumed by XRP. The main players are Ethereum, Doge, Bitcoin, and XRP. Are we finally getting the extra piece number one for the Korean coupling that we have been waiting for, guys? Indeed, why aren't they playing anymore, guys? No one is playing around anymore. Even more exciting news is on the way. News and information on XRP are also being released. With the addition of more users, Japan's A+ credit card now converts reward points into cryptocurrency, Ethereum and Bitcoin. They recommended that they listen to XRP first because we know that the Asian market, particularly Japan, like XRP for reasons I don't understand. However, it's because they're more accepting men. They are aware of what is happening. I am aware that many individuals in the West are stubborn, but to see XRP rise to the top and rule supreme in that new financial system, we need be more accepting. Guys, I'm not even joking. It will eventually reach 4 digits. You believe I'm kidding? BlackRock is getting ready to apply for a seat, but we'll see one day. This Monday's XRP ETF could cause XRP to soar upon confirmation. There are reports circulating that BlackRock will be joining the scene on Monday. I don't think so, but we'll see. Anything can happen at any time, people. Whites on happenings at the moment. In Brazil, Ripple opens new XRP payment lanes. Nigeria and Indonesia are pushing regional adoption and increasing cross-border liquidity. I take it that Ripple isn't going anywhere? In fact, do you recall when the entire cryptocurrency market had a bear market? Was Ripple stopping then? No, they remain attentive. They continue to grow and have no intention of stopping. In collaboration with Ripple, Control Alt, and Preco, the BIS Land Department introduces government-backed real estate tokenization on the XRP ledger.